Welcome guys to the live stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday evening. We are live on our, Canada, at least in Alberta anyway, our family day holiday weekend. We are live. We're playing some more Minecraft on the World of Solitude server. Let's get some shoutouts out there. That's cool. Welcome to the stream. And 360 Pops, welcome to the stream. And whoever else may be lurking in the background, good day and welcome. Let's just head straight over to the game window and I can run through kind of what happened today. So last night we finished off the stream by changing the optimization on the squid farm over here. So to give you an idea what all's got done on the squid farm, we went and added in all of these rows in here so the squids have a place to spawn and then swim through and fall to their doom. And I AFK'd for 8 hours last night and ended up with 15 stacks of black ink. So ink sacks. So I'm super thrilled. Dollar TV, welcome to the stream. I do remember you, absolutely. So that is a much more efficient approach to it. To the point where I was actually able to, if I run over to my little concrete center over here, I pretty much filled 3 double chests with black concrete. So we now are well stocked aside from like 4 stacks. So I was 4 stacks shy of having 3 full double chests of black concrete. As well as, if I run over here, I should still have some ink left over. So if we go whipping into here and have a look at where we're at with our ink sacks, I still have just about 10 stacks of ink here. So it is perfect. Now, I'm absolutely thrilled with how well it's working. We did add the AFK point up there, which was, you can't really see the squid spawning, but I went down, I hopped on this morning, went down here, had a look, and was pleasantly surprised to see that there was so much ink inside the chests down here. Now, I emptied them before the stream started, so there shouldn't be very much, if anything, in these chests here right now, because I don't think the chunks have really been loaded that long, so I would be surprised if there's anything kind of available in these chests at the moment, because we did kind of empty everything out. So, actually, there's still just about 2 stacks of ink in here again, so that's within the last 20 minutes or so. In fact, if we look here right now, there's ink sacks sitting there. There's fish that have fallen. There's more ink sacks. So, I mean, this is definitely doing its thing. I'm super thrilled with how well it's working. Amanda Loves, welcome to the stream. So, I'm happy with that. So, Blue Rose, welcome back. And Syntax Error 13, hello, hello, hello. So what does that mean for today? Okay, we've got now a steady stream of black concrete production. I am happy with that. So now it's a matter of, we've got 4 double chests of Podzol that we could be placing out and getting some more of the landscaping completed. And then once I've got that Podzol all placed out, then we can hop in and start getting more of the glass ponds done. So there's still like lots of landscaping work that needs to be done. As I mentioned in the last stream too, that it is way more efficient for me to farm the Podzol just using 1 tree here rather than the 8 trees that I had. So the 8 trees are absolutely perfect, or the 1 tree is absolutely perfect over the 8 tree, just because you get still all that area off of 1 tree of Podzol, where before you're only getting just, you know, a few extra blocks each time. Syntax Error says, oh, that's Anthrax. Anthrax, welcome. Lockdot, welcome to the stream. So yeah, we're just going to dive into starting to get some of this Podzol out there and placed and get more of the overall, the surface covered. Once the surface is done, then we can really start diving in and getting some more of the glass lakes done. I think we're pretty much self-sufficient now for the materials needed to be able to get the Wasteland completed. I should bring a bed with me. I don't have a bed, so I'm going to grab one because it is almost nighttime here right now, and I should probably carry one with me while we're out here, because that's all I need is creepers coming and wrecking my life here. So we are going to just take one of those back, and oh yeah, we might as well sleep this one out now, and then I'll break the bed and bring it with us. Okay, so we've got the bed. Now let's swap out the Podzol and let's get things happening. Blockdot says, I got the notification for the last stream 2 hours and 13 minutes ago. That's crazy. Speaking of notifications, I just did my Twitter one, so I just put it out on Twitter that we're live. And we'll make some things happen here. We'll get some landscaping done. Last Podzol stacks that we had, we were able to get up to this point here, so I'm hoping that we could get like to at least the halfway point down this side. I think would be ideal. And I really don't think it's going to take us long to get this all filled in. Like, this area will just fly in. All of a sudden, it'll be done before we know it. We'll be out of Podzol again, and then we'll be waiting until next weekend for me to farm up more Podzol. So, Anathrax says, today I started my first official stream on Twitch. Nah, congrats on that. I hope it went well. Did you get some good views? Did you gain some followers? It's so tough breaking into the Twitch side of things. Like, it was... I know when I was doing the Twitch thing, I think I capped out at like 300 and something followers. And it was just... It's so hard to break into that community. So, I'm hoping you had more success than I did. You had a few. Well, it all starts with just a few. I find for the Minecraft streaming things, it seems to be a little bit better. Like, I don't know what you were playing today. I don't know that at all, but I find Minecraft seemed to get a little bit better of a following coming in. I mean, if you look at the sub count, it's definitely more people tend to gravitate towards YouTube for Minecraft and World of Warcraft, where the first-person shooter games tend to be a lot on the Twitch side of things, so, or even third-person profile games, so like your PUBGs and your Fortnites and that type of thing. There's not much of a live stream community as far as YouTube is concerned for that end, but these games do quite well on the YouTube side, so I decided that I was just going to focus on the one community. So I've dumped doing the Twitch and Mixer thing. You need to just pick a platform and focus on that platform. Not try to divide your skill set across too many things and spread yourself too thin. So you could dedicate more time to each platform. Lockout says, I have 78 streams in total on Twitch. Highest amount of viewers I ever had was 1. Total amount of views also 1. Off of 78 streams. I think I did hit probably 20, maybe 25 active viewers. I mean, I was able to get the first phase, the affiliate. I qualified for affiliate. But I was a fair long ways away from partners, so where YouTube, I mean, I was grandfathered in on the partner thing with YouTube, so I mean, I meet all the criteria for partnership with YouTube now anyway, but I was fortunate enough to be grandfathered back when they made all of the changes to how monetization and partner selection was done with YouTube, so. But I mean, I created this channel back in 2014, so I wasn't really active until 2017, but I created the channel in 2014, so. Anathrax says, I changed my name back to the old name that I gamed with for 20 years. It also a better connotation than Anathrax. Yeah, I mean, syntax error, I mean, it's good branding. Absolutely, it's good branding to, you know, if it's something that worked with you and it's relevant. See, I've always used the gaming tag Terris in any game that I've ever played. It's always been Terris. Even back in my Ultima Online games, if I had the ability to be able to name a tune, Terris was one of those tunes. Now, where that doesn't come into play is on World of Warcraft. I did have Terris, Terris 2, Terris Pally, Terris Hunter on my Garona class, but then when I made the new tunes that I rolled with on for the stream sessions, I did those just whatever the name generator gave me is what I went with for the names on those. Syntax error. I love you, Ultima Online. Wasn't that the best? Like, that was my first foray into MMO gameplay. Was Ultima Online. I played on one of the free shards called Opus Opium, something like that. And that free shard let you have the ability that you could level up every skill. Didn't matter what it was. You weren't limited to your skill set. You could have all the skills in the game if you wanted and completely level all of them up. So it didn't matter crafting, combat skills. You could level up like your hand-to-hand combat, your swordsmanship, your, you know, whatever, your mining skills you could level up, your lumber, your logging skills, your crafting skills. You could level them all to max if you wanted. I really miss my ruin library. Oh yeah, the recall ruins, to be able to teleport to different locations all over the map. And then didn't the ruins used to wear out? And you had to make sure you had a backup ruin for different places. Go out exploring on a ship, and it would take you like all day before you found land anywhere. Those were the days. Lockdot says, just my internet is having technical difficulties, it seems. Yay, internet. Mr. Potato Internet. That is not the right spot. I made sure I had all of my tools and everything fixed and repaired before we started today's stream. So we are straight off the hop. Running blocks, placing things. Doing some building. Super thrilled that the ink farm is way more productive now. I'm going to be AFKing there every night when I stream. Now I will end in that little... You can just barely see the little AFK peak sitting up there, so, and it seemed to work fairly efficiently. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, 15 stacks in 8 hours of AFK, but compared to what I was getting before, it was totally worth the time and effort. Now, I did watch a video on doing like a nether version of the AFK farm for squid, but it seems rather complicated, and the way we use our nether as a transportation system, I think it would be unproductive over here, so I don't know if it would be the best fit on here. So, not to mention I'd have to get myself some cats and stick them in boats to make it work, so a standard AFK farm is just fine for me. Syntax here said, yeah, you had a part of your ruin library labeled instant death, and I would regularly receive hate mail from those that used it. See, what I liked about the custom shard that I was playing on is they had so many unique ores and stuff. And the in-game economy in Ultima Online was like top shelf, because you could, if you had the ability to be able to craft the top gear, you could really turn into, like, you could have yourself a little side business in there, and make some in-game currency to be able to move your products around and stuff, and do trading and stuff with various You know, if you're looking for raw materials, you could trade for raw materials for your crafted full sets. And they were in high demand. People wanted the good gear. Even if you were, say, a carpenter and you were crafting up like furniture and stuff for houses, because you could build your own house and furnish it and everything. If you were making the good furniture, people would come and just trade for that stuff. So Random Dude Postings, welcome to the stream. Hello, Random. How is your Monday? Oh wow, we're at the edge. It's nighttime! Better sleep before the monsters come and eat our soul. Hello, and welcome to the Random Dude Who Posts Things. Terris, any tips on how to stop them? Any tips on how to stop... Oh, wait. Let me go back and see. A house someone moved out of in the time of yesterday and today. Someone kicked the wood fence down and graffitied the outside of the house and the windows as well. There's no way you can... That's pretty rough. That's at the rental place that you were dealing with? That's pretty rough to have to go back and fix that stuff. No way to stop it. Just more due diligence on who you allow to rent there. Syntax says, I was one of the top smiths on my server, but once they made the repair tickets, that ruined a lot of the community. That's why I enjoy playing on the free shards, because then you... they had it locked at whatever version and they weren't pushing a lot of updates and they had a lot of customization done to it. So the gameplay stayed pretty much the same. It was very consistent. And I mean, back in those days, I was playing on dial-up internet too. So I would log in and you could use AFK macroing stuff with it. And so I would say be working on my hand-to-hand combat skill all night by punching a tree or something. It was either a tree or there was something that you could sit there and just punch at. And you'd go to bed, you'd dial that up, you'd let the macro system run. You can even use it for mining as well too. And you'd go until your inventory was full, and then you'd end up leaving like ore deposits everywhere. You come back and you've skilled up 20, 30 points in your particular skill that you were macroing that night. Of course, if anybody tried to phone my house because it was on dial-up all night, like you never could phone me on the landline at home at night because it was always dialed up. All day, every day. Also, they broke the lights outside more than once in the past. Cut the chain link fence up because they couldn't work out to walk through the gate. The only thing I could suggest is getting some cameras in there, recording it, and then reporting them to the police. That's about all you can do. UO wasn't much about the skill, and not so much about the was much about the skill and not so much about the items. Well, unless you had like the good armor set. And PvP, oh man, you could easily you'd think you're out in the middle of nowhere, totally safe, and then some, you know, advanced level player with some top shelf gear would just sneak up on you, and there's no hope. You're not running away from that. It's like instant doom. There were some areas that were non-PvP that you were safe in, that you could go and do some farming and stuff in. But generally, they were really well farmed out, and you didn't get ahead very well in those areas. Alright, that's the first inventory load of Podzol that we've used up. We have 7 more inventory loads to go. They stole the entire camera system, then you need to do a better job of putting your camera system into the place. Well, it's not very helpful if the police are letting them go. So I don't know what I don't know what you can do. That I have no suggestions for you. Hello, let's block these up properly, please. I guess we should go fix this little spot over here that needs these 4 back in it. Finish the top of this one. Pinyap, welcome to the stream. Noob Studio, welcome to the stream as well. Syntax says, I used to play with Garrett, the game creator, and gave me one of his swords with no durability. It was nice, never having to worry about it breaking. Absolutely, that would have been amazing. I've thought about, you know, for a nostalgia's sake, loading up Ultima Online, and because it's still active and they're still releasing updates and everything for Ultima Online, but I think it would be one of those games where you'd be like, oh yeah, this game was so awesome, and then you would log in and it would be like, oh, this is trash, why am I playing it again? I remember that back in the day when there was a while there where I was part owner in a basically like a gaming cafe, and we had got through Valve. They had this cafe studio software that you could basically manage. You'd have all your game licensing, everything in that, and one of the games that we had added into the package was StarCraft. And at this point, StarCraft 2 was just getting ready to come out, I believe. And we're like, oh man, the nostalgia, let's load this up and play it. Because it was, you know, we enjoyed playing it so much back in the day. And then we went and loaded it up, and it was like, oh my god, what are we doing? Why are we playing this? Because it just seemed like the graphics were so much more trash than we ever remembered it being. Sometimes those games are best left in the nostalgia box, and you don't try to load them up again because you're just going to end up being disappointed when you load it back up. Reality Alex, welcome to the stream. Been here for like 15 minutes. Sorry, the last 15 minutes. Wow, your typing skills are like top shelf. Have I ever screamed/yelled on stream? Sorry for the weird question. I don't think so, no. I have been, you know, frustrated at times, but never to the point where I do like a screaming yell thing. You know, like, I think the closest time was it a couple of weeks back when a creeper had blown me up. I think that's going to be the closest approach to me, like, totally losing it. And that was more just me going, ah, and then that was it. I'm not one of those channels that's just one of those constant scream yells and, hey, let's smash my mouse and keyboard, because that should be the fun thing to do. The stuff costs money, and I'm not out to break my equipment just because you get frustrated. Gears is just way too much money to... I kind of take pride in my computer system, so the thought of, you know, smashing it up and doing unruly things, like, I don't know. There's enough of that other stuff out there that if people are looking for that content, they can go find that content out there. Not gonna find it here. I had some very frustrating moments building the dome. Absolutely. Didn't really result in full-on screams. But there were some moments falling off that thing that kind of made things a little frustrating, I'll tell you that much. I tell you, at night, though, this dome just looks like on point. The problem is, at night, you don't want to be anywhere around out here because it's a scary place out here at night. I tell you, this Podzol's getting chewed up a little bit faster than I thought I was going to. We're almost done our second load of inventory, getting it spread out here. That iron we will end up getting when we go to actually make the swampland there. When we make the swamp... I wish it was just going... I appreciate you saying that the build's awesome as it's being developed. I just wish it was happening faster than it was. The next couple of days should go fairly quick because we've got a stockpile of some materials right now. So we'll get the Podzol and everything used up here tonight. I'm not sure how soon we'll get into doing some of the pond work. But then we're going to be starting to run into a lot of where we're having to repair back and forth. We're transporting back and forth to be able to get the pickaxes fixed, but at least the end grinder is efficient enough that it doesn't take us a long time to get the pickaxes fixed. Because that's a lot of digging we got to do coming up here in the next couple of streams, so... Casual Cole, welcome to the stream. Why are you putting Podzol? Sorry, first stream in a long time. This is the Wasteland that's out here. Passive mobs will not spawn on Podzol, and it kind of looks really disgusting. And then when I blend it with the green ghost glass effect or fog glass effect that I've got with the ponds that are out here, it just gives it, the colors mesh really well together. So that's why Podzol's getting used everywhere. And it's to make it so that that dome actually has a purpose for the having the wasteland here. And eventually, once I get a good run on some of the actual build itself getting done, like some of the city structure inside the dome, and the transport tube from here to Isolation City, then we'll start to expand out the wasteland. We'll creep it more into the surrounding areas. Right now, I'm just going to my build distance. The first side that I'm probably going to blend it with is, I think it's Racecraftier's build that's on the other side of the dome, that direction. I'm going to blend it up to the wall that he's got there. Hello, that's not the place to place the block. Do better. Noob Studio says, how am I? I am doing okay. I can't complain. I don't think anybody would really listen. This is my last day of a 4-day weekend, and I really wish I had like another 4 days to go on this weekend, but it is what it is. Back to my exchange rollout tomorrow, so I could have some... There won't be as late of days this week, but they're definitely going to be very steady, busy days. Because the next domains that I have to migrate, they're actually transitioning to a new domain, so it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be like, here's your new email address, I forward your old one, and continue on to the next one, where the ones we did before, it was a complete changeover of the system on their current domain. So it was a lot of work. It was definitely keeping me on my toes. And I think I've pretty much recovered from that now, so... It sounds more like you're typing out a novel than playing Minecraft. That's the joys of a mechanical keyboard. It would be a whole lot of WASD, 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 occasionally an F, some spaces. It would be the worst read novel ever. Of course, occasionally there's shift keys, so we'd end up with some like capital WASDs in it. At least it's not as bad now that I have the mic up here versus down below, because when it was down below, I mean, the mic was literally 2 inches, maybe 3 inches away from the keyboard, where now we're about 18 inches away from the keyboard, so... Before, the mechanical keyboard sound would have been a little rough to listen to, for sure. And I apologize about that. Mind you, some people, they could listen to a mechanical keyboard. I'm actually one of them. I could listen to a mechanical keyboard click all day and it wouldn't bother me. Okay, we got to be getting close to the end of this inventory haul that we've got here. I'm not going to look. We're just going to go till we run out of Podzol and go back and pick up another load. WASD, WASD, WASD. Clickety click, click, click. Right now, it's actually a lot of DS. Because I'm moving back and forth, and then when I switch to the other direction, it's like AS. See, now it's a lot of A's, so it's like AS, AS, AS. Now, I do find, I don't know, it's something about the way my fingers maneuver and the way I function using my mouse. I am way faster with these ones versus the other key, like going in this direction. I am way more efficient at it than going the other way. I don't know what it is. I mean, there's not that much of a difference in how I'm moving the keyboard. But it's just a much better flow than we're going this direction. I don't know, walking this way and placing blocks feels awkward to me. It feels oh, we're out of inventory. No more. We gotta go get some more. Hook my keyboard up to like some braille machine. That would be like the worst braille read ever for anybody to listen to watch or feel or whatever you want to call it. Sun's going down again. Okay, so that should be the first chest done. We're half a double chest every time we head out of here with the way our inventory is set up right now, so. We have 6 loads in total to do right now. Have Siri speak it out. www.SSAASSDSDAASDSDA. That would be dreadful to listen to the whole time. With how random I move my fingers around. I'm sure there's some kind of macro software that I could actually do that every time I push down one of those keys, it says something. But could you imagine what that stream would be like? It would end up with the biggest negative, so many thumbs down on the videos. And the worst viewership out of all of them. Okay, this terrain is kind of sucky to work with right here. And I don't want to be stacking Podzol. The stuff is too expensive. For how much I've got to do and how much time it takes to craft it. I don't want to waste any blocks. You have to use Silk Touch shovels to harvest it. Just going to make a line here because this marks the edge of that one pond. So we'll go back now and fill the front side towards the dome with it. It's almost the halfway point on this too. Actually, if we did the halfway point, which is right here. We'll go to the halfway point. This, each pass on here will chew up a bunch of Podzol really quick. Our inventories are not going to last as long now, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. Hey, Bobby. It's my saddest Frank Hill impression. Let's just double check to make sure we didn't skip any spots over here. All looks good. I need some Advil for all that typing. Why would that be? I'm confused as to what Advil would be doing. Just the sound of it clicking in your ears all the time? Giving you a headache? Or the joint pain generated from having to move the mouse or the keyboard that frequently? Oh, we've got some blocks here we've got to fill in. I don't have any spacer blocks. How many do we need here? Oh, I know where I could get them. I gotta dig out the pond anyway, so we'll just dig out some of this. The joint pain? Actually, you know, I find my hands don't ever hurt at all while doing this. Oh, I actually farmed... I just randomly picked... You know, ran the pickaxe along until I got some blocks, and it was 7. Perfect. Okay, we're just going to walk around this edge here and build up some of this so that we don't keep falling in here. Kind of gives me a stop point. I definitely going to make the halfway point. Like, if we're only just into the second chest now, and we've only got this little spot here left to fill in, it's actually going to go by pretty quick. Maybe we will pull off getting this whole side done. Wouldn't that be something to have all of the Podzol done in here? And then we can hop on to... I'll see if... like, I was working on getting a cam account set up so that we can hop on. I just don't know if the account... Because we did some branding, renaming of it. And it's called Mini Terrace now is my cam account. Well, it's my daughter's account. But she hardly ever plays Minecraft anymore, so gives me the ability... Oh, there's a piece of... I remember Sweeney saying something about there, hey, I left you a little surprise. There's one piece of string out there that you're going to stumble across, so... Syntax, are you heading out? Time for bed. Alright, have yourself a good one. Thank you for watching. Sweeney's little piece of string that he had put out there. I remember him saying something about that. He's like, haha, I left you surprised. You'll discover it when you get your landscaping done. Well, we just discovered it. I'm like, wait a second. Why did that block suspend in the air like that? That shouldn't have happened. The stream has been frozen for 13 minutes. My internet is dead. Going to go. Probably will be back. Don't even know if you will see this message because my internet. Lockdot, hopefully things improve for you on your potato internet. There's nothing worse than internet grief. Today's day and age, we rely on it so much. And when you don't have it, it's like, well, now what do we do? All of our entertainment seems to come through internet now. Through technology. We've lost the ability to be able to interact with people. As soon as I sent that message, my internet started working. Okay, well then you just need to start sending more messages. Just start randomly texting people. Oh, this train's kind of being a little bit of a pain in the butt. Just going to fill in these spots so I don't keep falling in them. Sleepy time! There are monsters nearby. Where? There we go. We're good now. Must have been some underground that were just like right there. Ah, seriously, come on, cut it out. Coffee time. I need to add a potato internet command for Nightbot. Command potato internet. Please stand by while hamster wheel starts up. Keep up to the block placements. How fast can I go without making too many mistakes? The train is less helpful, I'll give you that. You know, as boring as it is placing all of this Podzol, you should have been watching while farming it. Ugh. It's literally like watching paint dry when you're farming up this material. That and making the black concrete that I made today. Oh, there's iron here. We can't leave that. I'm so short on iron that that's a no-no. We're going to go grab some blocks here. Some filler blocks, and then I need a step out of here so I can get out. I need 2 more blocks. We're just going to move this one back just a little bit so that it's not blocking the black concrete that's there. If you end up doing a command for potato internet, and that would be hilarious, I could see about maybe adding a command for that. Actually, you know what? I don't think that block needs to be there because that needs to be tapered off well enough. And I don't want to be carrying this around, so we'll just stick that there. Lockdown says YouTube needs to add 72p quality. Now, it just needs to give you the ability to set your frame rate to like 1 frame a second so that you just get like a JPEG update. Have the chat live, but you get a JPEG update of the video. Every second you get a new screen paint. The Mighty Pen, welcome to the stream. Yum, Podzol. Yes, tons and tons of Podzol, but it makes a great Wasteland block, so I'm not going to knock it. It's better than the orange sand that was out here, or that red sand. The red sand just looked dreadful for a Wasteland. Nacho cheese dip Wasteland is what it looked like. What am I building? It's a wasteland for the biodome that's here to be able to I can actually have a reason for the Wasteland. And then, of course, like there's going to be areas out there you probably have not seen what the ghost glass looks like. So I'm going to show you that. We have these glass ponds all set up out here. I've got the areas marked where there's going to be additional like poisonous ponds all laid out. And I've manually, so basically I took all this landscape, all of the dirt out of this landscape, right down to stone. And then I kind of smoothed out all of the stone so that it kind of had a little bit more of a dune type rolling hill environment to it. So the glass effect does look freaking amazing. If you're here at the end of the stream closer to midnight, I'm going to see if I can get on my cam account and do a flyover on it. And it does like a really good layout for it. So we basically had to smooth out, we took all the dirt out of all this, then I smoothed it all out and kind of made it less jagged, less harsh. And then put in a single layer of Podzol over everything, which is actively what I'm doing right now. And been working on these little ponds. And as we're coming around to the back side of the dome here, we're geared up over here for the next pond that has to get dug out, which is all of this one here. Which is going to be a huge amount of work. And that's going to go right down into that cave system with that same glass effect. And then this massive pond here that wraps around for quite a while. So if you look in here as to what this wasteland, basically all of this land kind of looked like this chopped up riverbed that's here all the way along. And we went around and smoothed it all out. So I'll go up top so you can have a better look at it. It's all shaped and curved and made a little bit more flowing on the surface. And we didn't bother doing those ponds too much just because we're going to be digging that all out anyway, so... And where we're working at is just right over there. So we still got a lots that we have to be able to put in here. Milkman Cows, welcome to the stream. Are you on PS4? No, I'm on PC. PC Master Race. Playing Java Edition. I need to eat. So, I'm just going to go back now and get another load of Podzol so that we can kind of keep going on this. The Mighty Pen says, yes, Java is the best version. It absolutely is. Especially if you want to play modded at all. Modded Minecraft is where it's at. Like, that's so much fun. There are some, like, Dungeons and Dragons style mod packs that I wouldn't mind looking at. Giving those a go and see what they're kind of like. Unload the iron in there. We're going to keep the bed. That's fine. Grab more Podzol, which is this one. So we've only got, after... Stop throwing my bow around. After we're done with these two loads, we've only got 2 more trips left. Or 4 more trips left of Podzol that we can do. And then we'll be jumping into getting some more of the pits done. We've got a good stockpile of some black concrete now. Noob Studio says, do you like Moscow? Never been to Moscow. Couldn't tell you whether I like it or not. I have no opinion on Moscow because I've never been there. I mean, I'm playing vanilla right now. This is 100% vanilla I'm playing here right now. So don't get me wrong. Vanilla is great. But there's also some really nice things in modded Minecraft. Like, in particularly, I love mechanism, applied energistics, logistics pipes. I like doing like the really technical end of things with some of the mod packs. Because I like building, with mechanism, you can build that 5 times ore processing system. It's just, where one ore ends up turning into 5 ingots through various processes that you do through it. It's like stupid crazy. Do I like Wasteland? Well, I'll like it when this area is all done, I'll tell you that much. Right now, it's a pain in my rear end, so... Yeah, I've played various Tekkit packs all along. I'm trying to think which one was one of the ones that I did the most recent. Well, there was the Sky Factory 4, but it didn't have mechanism in it, so... I don't know if mechanism actually got upgraded. I think it's still a 1.7.10 pack. I did for a while there try dabbling and creating my own mod pack, but man, that is so much to be able to combine the various mods that you want and trying to make them work together and interact. Yeah, not my cup of tea. I should probably bring my bed along with me before I lose it again like I did for like a week. It was lost out in this wasteland. Sweeney says, what? Mechanism? Question mark. Sweeney, welcome to the stream. Jared, welcome to the stream. Mechanism is one of the mods in one of the technical mod packs from the Technic launcher. And applied energistics is a computer system that you can build in Minecraft for storage and crafting. However, the changes they did with Applied Energistics 2, not as much. It made it really, really, really grindy compared to what it was. It may have been, you know what, I could see why they did it. It could have been a little bit OP, the way they originally done Applied Energistics, but then they went like the complete extreme, so. Oh, you wouldn't know anything about it? You just got here. You haven't played much modded Minecraft, have you? Okay, so we're now at the halfway point on this side. Puma, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm growing the goatee back. It's coming back a little bit. Of course, you think it's a mustache right now because this part's so white you can't see it. Sweeney, I did modify... Who built the new squid farm? Just curious, out at the desert. Because I took some of the ideas of how the water was laid out for my own squid farm, and it's so... My squid farm is so much more effective now, based off that, and I would like to thank them. Because I basically kind of stole some of the ideas from it. I'm not using the magma kill platform. I have a drop platform on mine. But I now have like an unlimited source of salmon for food. I've got a reasonable drop rate on ink sacs. I couldn't be more thrilled with its performance, so. No, stop placing the blocks in the wrong spot. If I find that interesting, I might, but it's really hard for me to find mods I enjoy. The technical mods are a lot of fun to play. They just haven't been updated very much. That's the downside. Is there still... Like, I want to think the majority of the good Technic packs are still 1.7.10. Alright, we better mark off this area here before I keep falling into this pond area. I don't want to keep doing that. I should probably run over and get this side done. I'm going to do this little island part over here first, I think. Because we're going to need to climb our way out of here now. Now, do I have an easy spot to jump out on that side? I think I might be able to pull it off. I might just be able to do it. Okay, now that we've got this area... Oh, I didn't really do a good job of, like, changing the shape of that end. I think it'll be fine, though. It could be a little bit squared up. That's fine. It is a square block game. I can't have every edge all curved and smooth looking. But I'd say this island here is about done. Now, am I going to be able to get out of here? I am. Perfect. There. We're out. We're out. I'm too busy researching the new Nether update things for new videos. The Nether update's going to be so much fun. I really can't wait for that. That's going to be... The thought of new blocks is just... And lots of new blocks, too. Especially, I mean, with the new block layout and stuff, if you're at all into doing like some mystic type builds, some medieval magic theme builds, the colors just complement each other so well for doing like wizards towers or elven villages or something like that. It's going to be so much fun working with those purples and greens. Or reds or pinks or whatever you want to call them. Everything just, they complement each other so well. But they can't be the dominant block. You have to have a balance there. They're more of an accent block versus a full-on, everything's going to be built that color. I think it would look too awkward if everything was built in that shade. But you could definitely theme an entire village with that, so... Cyan and magenta. Yeah, that's probably the closest description to them. It's really hard to tell. Like, everybody's videos that they're posting, the colors all look slightly different. And then, of course, with each update, they update some of the textures. And it'll be curious to see what the final texture is going to look at. I want to say, I think it's the cyan trapdoors. I think they could use some work on those ones. They look a little rough to me off some of the videos that I've seen so far. And the blue fire. Oh, the blue fire is awesome. I just love the blue fire. Okay, so I think we've kind of marked out that area well enough now that we could see the terrain that we're dealing with. Let's fill in this section. We could kind of do this all in tiers as we go around, instead of the back and forth that we've been doing. Okay. Quick check on my phone, see if I got to pick up my kid at all. Does not look like I need to pick him up yet. I'm not even sure if he's made it home yet. He may have found a ride home. He's out tonight, so I had to drop him off. He's going to have a few drinks, so he's not driving tonight, so that's good. Of course, I just finished saying, hey, we should do it in tiered area, and so what am I doing? I'm doing it in rows again like I was. Let's do it tiered. Let's change it up. This diseased land is spreading like wildfire out here with the rate that I'm getting this placed out, so it's all coming together. Even though Podzol's not really considered a diseased land, it's actually just... It's just like leaves and nettles and stuff from the evergreen trees under that have basically turned the top of the soil into like a packed dead leaf bed. Inventory's out. Gotta go back for more. We're busting into the third Podzol chest now. The third of 4. So we've used up half of the Podzol that I farmed up this weekend. In about an hour. my lack of parkour skills, failing to continue my jump so that I can keep my speed going. Ooh, I actually cleared that distance. That was kind of impressive. I didn't fail that. Okay, so that one's empty, that one's empty. We're on to this one now. Oh, I so didn't make that jump. There was like, I knew as soon as I took off, I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. I'm not clearing that distance. I like how there's just the occasional spot, like it's very well sloped out here, just the occasional spot that you see some stones stick through. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit that like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm placing more dirt blocks. Story of my life with this build. Dig up dirt blocks, place dirt blocks. Dig up dirt blocks, place dirt blocks. Pause. Dig up sand, dig up gravel. Kill squids. Combine ink, sand, and gravel. Make concrete. Dig more blocks. Dig more blocks, dig more blocks. Once the Wasteland is done, we'll start seeing some actual changes happening to the build, though. Because the next project after the Wasteland is the transport tube that goes from Isolation City to the Dome. Trying to design some type of like depressurization chamber or quarantine chamber. And at that point, I've almost kind of toyed with the idea of removing my nether portal access so that the only way you could get in and out of the dome is through the quarantine transport tube. Because as is right now, I mean, anybody could hop into their own nether portal, teleport their way back into, you know, into the nether, walk to my portal and walk in and they're in my base. So, where if I removed my nether portal, then the only way in and out of the dome is through Isolation City via the transport system with some type of a cleanse rigged up. Oh wow, that's like trash block placement. Tell you, the rate that I'm slapping these down here, it's not going to take us long to get through that last stack and or chest and a half of Podzol here. I am chewing through the stacks pretty quick here. It's nighttime again. I want to just finish this tier off before I... Nah, I better sleep. I'll end up with creepers everywhere. It'll all get blown up. How long have I been working on this build? I think it was like 1843 when I started building it. I want to say forever. Forever seems about right. But I swore myself that I was not going to start another project until I got this build to a state that I could walk away from it and be happy that it's not an ugly eyesore. Okay, so I gotta go continue this tier now over here. That area all basically marks out the next phase that we'll be filling in once we run out of work to do out here. I have a block there that I need to change out. That can't be... I'm going to throw this white concrete right here. We're going to whip down here for a second. I'm going to steal one of these blocks. Okay, I kind of didn't think about that. There we go. White concrete? I'm not wasting white concrete on area that's going to be Podzol, so... That ain't happening. Come on, guys. We are like one like away from double-digit likes again. So if you haven't yet, reach over and click that little like button. Okay, so that basically defines that that's the next area that we're working on. So we've got this area here is all filled out properly. Are you telling me to leave a dislike? No. Oh, wait, I lost the like. I'm down to 8 likes now. Drat. That's not fair. It's not very nice. Apparently people don't want to watch me place dirt. It's fancy dirt, though. It's not normal dirt. I had originally thought about maybe doing this with mycelium, but passive mobs will spawn on mycelium, so that's why it didn't end up becoming that route. That would have been very expensive to make and very time-consuming. Way worse than the Podzol to do. Would have looked cool, because then I would have used like a purple glass or something for the ponds. Maybe even lime green or something. I've got to head off, mate. Thanks for the stream. I subbed, and I will see you next time. The Mighty Pen, you have yourself a great evening as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hop onto the Discord as well. There's my Discord, as well as the World of Solitude Discord. Nightbot's been spamming chat with it off and on throughout the night here. Just doing a quick scan, make sure there isn't any new people I need to rank up so they can chat. Nope, looks good. The World of Solitude Discord, it's got links for all of the other content creators for the World of Solitude. So you can check out their videos as well. And the various projects they're all working on. I try not to do too much flying around outside of like where my base is and maybe a little bit into Isolation City because I don't want to spoil anybody else's content that they're building or anything like that. So all right, this little island area here is done. Next layer. Milkman Cows, are you building a Hunger Games map? No, it's not a Hunger Games map. It is just me building a isolated city inside this World of Solitude map with a wasteland around the outside of it. I mean, it would work well as a Hunger Games map eventually, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I never even really thought about that. I've never really played Hunger Games at all, so I don't know how well it would work in that type of a scenario, but... Blue Rose, welcome back. Weave my way back through here now. I think we are almost going to have enough Podzol to finish right up to that corner, I'm thinking. It's going to be really close. I'm out now. I got to go back and get some more. But there's still another chest and a half to go through here, so... Mohammed, hey Terris, today was pretty fun. I showed my colleagues my teen photos. I was like 5'4", and now I'm 6'2". They asked how I got so tall. I think it's because I had a late growth spurt. Hey, late growth spurts. My son, he all of a sudden just like woke up one day, and it was really weird. Like there was one day we were, coming up to the door of the house, and I was unlocking the door, and I went to look over at him, and I was looking at his chin, and I'm like, hold on a second, there's something like seriously wrong with this. Where did that happen, and how did that happen? It was like overnight he grew like 3 inches, I swear. Oh, wow, there's some fail skills to climb up. Royal Twin, welcome to the stream. Missed a hole again. I'm sure I did. Lots of them. Oh, I should eat. Richard, welcome back to the stream, by the way. Yeah. Hey, I made it. I made that jump. When I was 14, my voice was just as high as my 12-year-old voice. I shot up 6 inches in the 10th grade, and suddenly I was taller. And all my friends there who were taller than me in middle school. You were taller than all of your friends that you were in middle school. That happens. Just so I don't get confused by the grass blocks that are there, I'm just going to fill up this little edge bits that are here. Because it's like the last section of that tier anyway, so... Oh, look, it's nighttime. Too many monsters nearby. Are you kidding me? Too many monsters. Ah. There we go. We're good. We're good. Yo, it's Zim. Welcome to the stream. You just got done gaming and you decided to watch me. I appreciate you popping in and watching. Ooh, got a little carried away there. Got stuck. Oh, wow, that was trash. Hello. Place blocks better. Okay, I think we're pretty much done like this whole side now. Now we're just going to cap up this piece. And then we got to work over there. Give my border in here so I don't be running around like a chicken with my head cut off out there. You mean Zim? I did say Zim, didn't I? Oh, Sweeney said Zin. Richard says, I play Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I've never played Bedrock at all. That one does need to stay there as it, because it's not covered on this side, so that's why that concrete piece is still there, invisible. Ved the Minecrafter. Nice setup. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. You playing Java Edition? I am playing Java Edition. 100% Java. Uh, 1.15.2 is what we currently have the server set at. And as soon as 1.16 is available, we'll be upgraded to that as well. As long as, what are we using, Spigot, or are we using Craft Bucket? I can't remember what plugins we're using for the server, so. Armin, welcome to the stream. .16 snapshots have been really nice. I've watched a bunch of the videos. I've basically been watching everything that Sweeney has been posting, as well as everything that Mumbo Jumbo's done, and then there was a build style one that Green had posted that I watched as well. So, ID Boy, welcome to the stream. He said, Mohammed got tall from a late growth spurt, but you had one as an early growth spurt. You could still end up at, well, I don't know how old you are now, but you could still end up with another growth spurt. They come in waves, so. We are actually World of Solitude on 1.15.2. Yeah, we've got plans, though. Like you said, I would imagine we'll go 1.16 as soon as we can. Like, we'll be on that, like you wouldn't believe. All the Podzol in the world. I'm starting to see this corner over here, though. That's a good sign. Just marking my territory. Oh, that's way too much. Just your Terris and I haven't grown since I had my growth spurt at 13 and I'm 5'10". You might be staying at 5'10" then. If you haven't grown much since, I mean, there's still a chance. Just a quick reminder, though, don't discuss your age in chat. No! I can't even remember when I had my growth spurt, but I mean, I capped out at like 5'10"-ish, somewhere around there. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Ved, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. And wow, that was really loud in my ear, and I kind of didn't expect that at that particular moment, but I appreciate it. Oh, there's so much work to do this. The payoff is going to be worth it. That's what I keep telling myself. When we get to the end of the stream tonight, if I can get my flight account working, we'll do a quick flyby and see how everything is. Oh, yeah. Then, as I grow, as looking for other servers right now, I'm 100% concentrating on getting this build done. I'm not remotely trying to look at any other servers to join. So, I've got to concentrate on this build. I don't want to get myself split up between too many different builds. And based off of the poll, I'm going to be probably introducing some more World of Warcraft videos coming up in the near future, so... Okay, standing up top is nowhere near as efficient as running down. I'm placing the blocks out in front of you. Placing the blocks downwards just seems slow and chunky, and I feel like I'm tripping over myself all the time, so... Yo, Zim says, I haven't seen a World of Warcraft stream or a video in like 2 years. When was the last one I did? It was certainly well before 2 years ago. I could tell you when my last World of Warcraft one was. YouTube Studio. Videos. Live streams. Next page. Next page. Last one I did was on October 10th. Was the last World of Warcraft one I did. And I was doing World of Warcraft like quite steady in October. So it was the fall. So it hasn't been like 2 years, but... October 10th was your brother's birthday. See, you could have, for your birthday, you could have been watching the stream for his birthday. You'd be like, dude, you gotta watch the stream for your birthday. No, I'm kidding. Sleep away the monsters. Okay, I don't want to be falling into little pits here, so... I better get this edge done. Mind you, I'll probably end up filling in this pit anyway. Well, I'm going to eventually get it filled in, but... We're kind of going by tiers here, so... Ends up making a really random landscape fill-in is what it's doing. Yeah, I just finished my coffee, though. I'm out now, so I've got no more caffeine left for the evening. It's a sad, sad time now. How are we doing inventory-wise? Oh, we're almost out. We got to go back and get some more here. Wah, wah, wah. So much Podzol. So little time. Whoop. Lousy block placements. Oh, do better. Jeez. That's it. Gotta go back for more. We needing more. You sound like Tango Tech. I have no idea who Tango Tech is. Techtopia mod. I'm gonna have to look that up because obviously Sweeney knows who it is, so. Damn, I just researched late bloomers. My brother is already like 5'6" of 14. And that's all gone. You can't talk about age. Vod, you gotta watch the caps, because Nightbot gets really ticked off about caps. I mean, for that sphere, what did you say about the sphere? Because I missed your message. Because Nightbot kind of nuked it because of the capital letters, so. 221 blocks across is what the sphere is, the dome is. Oh, we're busting into the last chest. Wah, wah, wah. That sucks. It only took me a whole day to farm up those full 4 chests. And I've used them up in like 2 hours. It's sad. It's so sad. We got one more inventory haul and then we're done. And basically this all started because I built my squid farm. And then I went out 10 chunks in every direction from the squid farm. From the edge of the squid farm, out 10 chunks. And that built this outside perimeter that's all the way around. And then I'm like, oh, hey, you know what would be cool is if we had converted that into... Oh, I totally missed. A dome, a big sphere, like a biodome type thing. It's inspired by, what was that? Was it Biodome was the name of that movie that Brendan Fraser had done? Was it Brendan Fraser? No, it was Pauly Shore. So that's where the build just kind of, it kind of developed itself. I went into this with absolutely no plan. It started off with, I got to dig a hole in the ground so I can survive the night. Do some strip mining to get some materials. Started building the big redstone auto sorter. Decided that this season was going to be all about me building modern builds because I usually always build medieval, so I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. So then it became to concrete, having to do that. And then with concrete, I needed like tons of black ink. So then the squid farm started. And it's just kind of expanded from there. It's like, okay, what can I build next? There's been like no rules of engagement for this quest, this build. It's been no plan, just, oh, hey, this seems like a good idea. Let's build this now. Wow, Zuma's data packs are very useful. See, I don't think we have we have some data packs built into the server, but not a whole lot. So No, there'll be a shorter brother. My brother is 5'6" before growth spurt and guaranteed NBA player height. Uh-oh, no. What do we got here? Richard says they play Minecraft Java Edition. Cool. Java's like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Bedrock, so I can't say Java's better. But Java's better. I have a license for Bedrock. If it's the same version that was released, well, not version, but the same license that was given out if you were an early adopter of Windows 10, you got a free license of Minecraft, Windows 10 edition, which I'm pretty sure that's what Bedrock ended up being. I've got a license for it. It's not installed, and I don't ever play it. Oh, you get Bedrock free if you have a Java license already? Well, then either way, I would have Bedrock free then. And that license is good for both PC and console. Not that I would ever play on console, because no. You don't have a gaming PC like this and then go play on a console. That's just not right. Bedrock Edition is Windows 10, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo, mobile, and Apple TV editions. I guess you get the flexibility of being able to play together with a lot more people that way. No, what am I doing? Ved says they play on a Mac Pro. My daughter tried installing Minecraft on her Mac. She's got a MacBook Air i5. It's the first time she's ever heard the fan run on it. And it took like forever to load the just load the initial world, so she's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. It is almost night time again. We'll have to sleep away the monsters. Let's just see if I can finish this one little section here. Well, no, we're going to sleep it out because the monsters will be around everywhere and then I'm going to have to fight it all back, so. Minecraft on MacBook isn't really great, but on a Mac Mini or a Mac Pro, it works really nice. Okay, that spot's done. We're going to go... Where to go next? I think it's these little piles we got to do. Because everything is done on that side. Oh, we're making headway. The 2019 Mac Pro is really worth it. It's really nice. How they... Where the chat just jumped a couple of times. I got to see where that was. How they introduced it at the WWDC DC 2019. See, I'm not a Mac. Like, I had to order up some MacBooks for our marketing department, and I got them the new Mac Pros with the i9s, 4 gig dedicated graphics, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSDs. They were like $3,700, I think they were Canadian. They're a fine laptop, but I could have got a Windows PC with much better specs for less money. And then all the business software that they need to run and have to run a second device to be able to get the reporting and stuff from would still work on it because it'd be running Windows. Our customized software only for our business only works in the Windows environment. They don't have a Mac version of it, so they need to basically maintain 2 computers so they can still do the reporting and stuff. Wow, the 2019 Mac Pro starts at $6,000. Not in Canada, they don't. Because the 16-inch MacBook Pros that I got in the marketing department with the i9 processors, they were like $3,700. 4 gig dedicated graphics, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSDs, i9, like 9890 processors or whatever. Like this, it was some weird processor number that's I've only ever seen on Macs, but they were i9s for sure. MacBook Pro, not Mac Pro. MacBook Pro is what I got them. They want the 16-inch MacBook Pros. They're marketing, so they need to move around. Where can I stick that one extra block that's kind of in the way and wrong? Let's just, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let's put you right here. The Mac Pro. Anything Mac is expensive. You just put the name Mac on it and you're paying top shelf dollars for it, so. All because it's got a picture of an apple on it. Hardware-wise, for that kind of money, the Windows PC you can build? Psh. Like, hands down, my workstation that I'm using right now, with the i9 9900K, 32 gigs of what is it, 4200 DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte Western Digital Black Edition SSD drive, my GTX 1070. It costs like half the price of a Mac Pro and would outperform it hands down. Yo Salamander, welcome back. Not to mention, my desktop looks cooler than the Mac Pros too. She's got some RGB bling. Do I know about YouTube growth? I would like to say I do, but it doesn't seem to actually show up much. So I know things that you need to do. Am I a good practice at doing it? Not every day, no. The biggest thing is be consistent and always try to improve the content that you're putting out. Strive to be better with every video that you put up. Dragon Spotlight, welcome to the stream. Hey, there's nothing wrong with chatting lots in chat. Dragon Ved can sit there and talk all day as long as it's not spam. It's called a conversation. Try it sometimes. It's kind of cool. Interacting with other human beings? Go figure. We don't call out other people just because you're tired of watching them talk, so you could have yourself a little time out for that. I still follow chat, so I mean, you just jump in there and you're welcome to change the subject, but there's no point, you know, telling somebody else to stop talking. That just is... That's how rude. How rude, eh? I need my last load of inventory, and then we are basically done with the Podzol for this week, because I'm going to have to spend next weekend farming more dang Podzol. Sweeney apparently has said that they've killed the Ender Dragon 3 times on the server here. I have not participated in any of them. Spider YT, welcome to the stream. As far as going and like killing Ender Dragons, that type of stuff, I'm a Minecraft builder. I don't really worry about the rest of it, so... Hey, no worries. I was on it. It's all good, Mr. Sweeney. I gotta eat again. I'm gonna have to cook up some more fish again, because I am running out of food here. All this sprinting around, so... Woot! Yeah, my Elytra skills are like non-existent, so I'm in no rush to get one because it's just going to mean I'm going to fall to my death a lot more frequently, so... I do have an AFK fish farm, but I haven't been using it much because we've got a villager trading post, so if I need the high enchants, we can get them from the trading post. My AFK adventures right now are more gauged towards getting ink. So I just AFK at my squid farm so that I can get enough ink so that I can keep the black concrete. So basically these ponds, I have to dig them down 14 layers from this top layer, 14 layers down, all concrete walls, black concrete walls and a black concrete floor. And then I start layering in the glass a layer of glass, a layer of air, a layer of glass, layer of air to get that fog effect in place. And I put 7 layers of glass in there. So the amount of black concrete I need is like top. It's like one of the top priorities right now for farming. So. This is my last inventory load. We'll see just how much of this area we can get filled in here with Podzol with this last inventory load that we've got. Tomorrow we'll be making ponds. That's going to be the push tomorrow on the stream, is getting more of these. Hello. There we go. Okay, let's not fall off the mountainside. Where we at? Terris, how many hours do you work? I work, my day job is like 9-ish hours a day. And then I spend some time with the wife in the evening, and then I stream for a couple of hours, between 2 and 2.5 hours at night. Like we're over the 2-hour mark now. We've got about another 15 minutes left. Whenever I run out of this inventory. And that's 5 days a week. Occasionally I got to put in like Monday last week, it was like a 15-hour day I had to put in. So, but those don't happen very often. Alright, let's hop up another level here and just see if we can get this whole mountainside done with the inventory we've got. Should be doable. Shouldn't be too much of a struggle. Terris, do you feel bad for high school students like me who have so much homework and exams? Nope. Not at all, because... well, you get Christmas break, you get spring break, you get winter break, you get summer break. Don't feel bad for you at all. I'm sorry. I get my 4 weeks a year holidays. All the rest of the 52 weeks, so like the other 48 weeks of the year, I have to work. So it's kind of don't feel bad for you. Because then you also don't have to worry about, like, mortgages and car payments and, you know, bills and... yeah. I hate to say that, but it's just the way it is. Once you become adulting, then it's you'll realize, wow, if I could go back to just studying and doing homework and writing exams, that would be amazing. What do we got in here? Rip homework, but you do so much studying. Studying's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Did somebody ask about my memberships and stuff? Did I miss that in chat? I might have missed that in chat. And there's a bunch of chat messages that went and rolled right on by that I didn't end up seeing. Can I donate through Paytm? I don't even know what Paytm is, so that's probably not going to happen. I do have super chats. I do have memberships. And there is a Streamlabs tips as well. But you have to have a verified PayPal account for those. I've got it just enabled to verified PayPal accounts, not just random credit card, because I don't want random credit cards being used to donate to me. I don't want to risk fraud, right? So only verified PayPal accounts can donate through the tips page. I've got merch too, though. That's another way to help support. I've got mugs and hoodies and t-shirts and yeah. There's a pullover hoodie, a zip-up hoodie, a t-shirt, and a mug on the merch page. And all the graphics I designed on the merch is 100% me. I didn't have anybody else do any of the design work on it. And actually, those were all updated in January to a fresh, tweaked design on the logo design and stuff, and upgraded the Chicken Lives Matter mug. The backstory for the hashtag Chicken Lives Matter mug. Basically, on my the Gibcraft server that I played on, where actually Sweeney had discovered me from before joining the World of Solitude server. My chicken farm was like a 2x2 hole in the ground, one high, that was on top of some hoppers, and like literally, it was like the worst possible environment. And so Ren had started the whole campaign, Chicken Lives Matter, and so the mug ended up being born from that. So then I modified the chicken farm to like a kill room that was in the castle that I was working on. And one of the eggs I hatched just ended up appearing on a window. So that's where Window Chicken was born. So Window Chicken is forever immortalized. However, that server is getting shut down in like a week. I won't be able... Window Chicken will be gone forever. Dude, on Streamlabs, your margins are kind of low. Margins on Streamlabs are kind of trash. They are, but I don't have to worry about the inventory at all, ever. I don't have to worry about the service because it's managed by somebody else. I don't have to... There's so much less headache on Streamlabs. So it's a convenience thing, not a margin thing. If I get bigger, then I can look at margin as a mention, so... Lockdown said, did I mention Ren is in Europe? That's where he is. I had no idea because I haven't heard from Ren in forever, so... Oh, that's empty. How disappointing was that? I go to take a swig and there's nothing in it. It's like, wah, wah, wah. Better luck next time. I don't know if I've got enough inventory to finish off this little bit here or not. Nope. I'm going to say no. Probably not. It's nighttime again. We gotta sleep out the monsters. Terris, say your name in French again without pronouncing the S. Thing is French people still use an S. And it's not a French name. Terris isn't a French name, so... Okay, we've nearly got the Podzol all finished up here. How much we got left? Well, we might be able to finish off this little corner. I'm actually kind of impressed how 4 double chests, how much area we were able to cover with 4 double chests today. It really is a massive amount of landscape that we got covered up today. Totally worth an entire day of farming Podzol to get this done in one stream. So to the amount of area, if I do like another big push next weekend on getting 4 more double chests of Podzol, I would imagine I should probably be able to... It'll be pretty close, but I think we will finish all of the Podzol placing next week. There will be no more Podzol that needs to be done. That's actually kind of exciting. That's a huge step in the building of this wasteland, all wrapped up and getting close to being complete. And the reason why I think that 4 more double chests will do it is because there's a lot of swamp area there where this side didn't have as much. So there's not as much land, overall surface area that needs to be covered in Podzol, so... Alright, we got this corner almost done. Forgot about this little piece. I'm like, oh look, it's all done. Yay! It will be all done once I finish this little bit. Alright, this corner is done, and we've got just a little under a stack and a half left. I think we'll run over to this side. And just work at filling in this little bit. Last stack of Podzol. That's it. We've got no more. So right now is a good time to quickly switch to my other account here to log in and do a quick little flyover. We'll see if this is going to work. We did a whole bunch of like renaming and stuff, so I'm not sure if this account is actually active and functioning or not. So we're going to give it a go here and see. Hey, it's working. Yay! So this here is just it's just a cam account. I have no ability. All I am, it's my daughter's account. And I'm just a flying head is all it is. So we are inside the dome. So yeah, this is the big change for the squid farm. We added in the rows of gates in there, and it's unbelievably effective now. I'm like super pleased with how well it's working, so super happy with that. And then out here is where we have been farming our Podzol. And I'm just doing a single tree farm now. Young Tay, welcome to the stream. That Podzol area, one tree seems to be a better, more effective way than multiple trees for being able to get the Podzol, and it seems to work a lot faster. So it shouldn't take me as long to get the 4 double chests next time. So these here areas where they're still open like this, those are going to be glass ponds put in. So if we look on the mountainside here, there's a large one up top that feeds down into a river system out here and leads into a pond that we have to do. Leads into more river systems out that way, and another river system that comes down part way on this side. So far we have these ones marked out. I'm probably going to focus, if we're going to be doing glass tomorrow, I think I'm going to be focusing on this mountainside. Because I think once I get the glass effect in on those rivers and stuff, it is going to pop and look amazing. It's going to look... Oh, I just can't wait for that mountain to be done. Okay, so we've got more little pond area here we're going to blend into this river at some point. Obviously, this still needs a good chunk of Podzol right here. But you can see where additional ponds are. I've already got them marked out. So that means I'm probably going to relocate the beacon. If I'm going to work on the mountainside tomorrow, I might relocate the beacon. I'll tear it up from here, move it over to that side. Because I was going to do this pond next, but I think the mountainside would be a cooler little approach to get things done at. So I think we'll be working on that one. And here is what it looks like with the completed ponds in place. It just freaking looks amazing. These ponds are just... it mind blows me. Every time like I fly through this area and I have a look at it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Super happy with the way it's turning out. Alrighty guys, so that's the end of today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to reach down, hit that like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever we go live. I appreciate any of the new subscribers we've got tonight, and 17 likes on today's video. It's pretty impressive too. I'm pretty happy with that. So with that all said, have yourself a good one, and we will see you tomorrow.